You may have found yourself asking,
what's happening, Coral Gables? And the short answer is
a lot.
That's why Coral Gables Television makes sure not to miss any of it. The city is visited by fun and colorful characters like...
Hey, you know what's happening here tonight? It's the McDonald's All-American High School Jam Fest. As you can hear, there's so much excitement going on here, I can't even believe it. I wish the Hamburglar were here right now.
Alright, so Ronald McDonald may not be that serious about basketball. However, there's another person that thinks basketball is no laughing matter.
I'm excited. You know, one thing it has having me get excited again. So I'm kind of excited for the season. You know, can't wait to get, the games going. To be a part of Olympics in itself is, a tremendous honor. But, to be, on a level, that we played at.
the city has seen its share of gold medalists. This heavy hitter took his nickname Golden Boy to the next level.
Well, I think the hard work and the obstacles that I faced in life, for instance, winning the gold medal, I think that was the toughest experience I've ever had in my life. I'm proof that the American dream does exist. I grew up in a very humble neighborhood, humble beginnings, with immigrant parents who came from Mexico and were searching for the American dream.
From one Mexican-American to another, this journalist has captivated audience in both the United States and south of the border.
Me encanta Coral Gables, me encanta el Hotel Billmore, he estado aquí para muchos otros eventos y creo que no solamente es el disfrute del evento y el disfrute del reconocimiento, sino el disfrute, como bien tú lo dices, de una ciudad tan bella como Coral Gables.
Another familiar face to both Spanish and English-speaking viewers put pen to paper and transformed her real-life story to a bestseller.
Está basado en anécdotas autobiográficas que me han dejado una lección de vida. Es un legado que le dejo a mis hijos para cuando sean grandes y ellos quieran, pues como digo yo, navegar en el turbulento mar de la vida, pues tengan esta brújula. Tengo uno de mis hijos que va a la escuela aquí en Coral Gables. Soy muy de aquí, por eso quería hacerlo.
Coral Gables readers were introduced to another view of life from this legendary television journalist.
One of the reasons that I did the book was because young people like yourself who only see a certain part of the career said, oh, you know, what a wonderful life you've had, how I wish I could be you. And I've said, well, then you have to take the whole package.
Walters made a name for herself while working at ABC, which is where this next visitor to Coral Gables got his start.
I think what's cool about young people today is that they have so much more information than any previous generation, so much information at their fingertips, and I think they're more well-informed than any previous generation has been.
Anderson Cooper spoke to faculty and students at the U. This inspirational man moved audiences at the University of Miami by telling them of his amazing feat.
I think, people at this talk, maybe they don't remember a thing I said, but maybe they remember an image of a blind guy climbing mountains and doing some pretty wild stuff, and maybe that gives that person more credibility when they go about their own dream.
For kids, learning to read may seem as impossible as climbing a mountain, but this local TV anchor and former Hurricane urged young students to reach for the stars.
I'm so proud to be part of this. I mean, the Jumpstart program is so important, and it's so important to instill in children at a very young age the importance of reading. I couldn't do what I do today if it wasn't because I'm a voracious reader, and because I learned at such a young age that you could learn so much about the world through reading.
The children learned an important lesson: never give up and always do their best. And one child is taking it to heart. Tickling the ivory is what he does best, and making headlines is the next.
Where are we? Actors Playhouse.
And what are you doing here today?
Playing the piano.
You like that?
I love it.
Why? What is it so special about it?
Because it feels good in my heart.
So now you might ask yourself,
what's happening, Coral Gables?
Well, for the last 100 episodes,
we have answered that question.
And there's no doubt
we'll cover 100 more, and it will be just as sweet as a
gingerbread house contest. This event surely was a crowd pleaser. For what's happening in Coral Gables.
For what's happening, Coral Gables.
For what's happening, Coral Gables.
For what's happening in Coral Gables.
We are Coral Gables Television.